Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel yet again. If you're new here, my name is Catherine. I do have another reading vlog for you guys. I'm gonna be reading books that I have been avoiding. I've been avoiding all these books like the plague for various reasons, but the majority of it is because either they don't have good reviews. I do like to formulate my own opinions just like every other person, but when people that I follow have the same opinions, like similar opinions on books that I do and they don't like some specific ones, I do get very nervous. So this is my little stack of books that I'm going to be reading. The first one that I'm going to be reading is You've Reached Sam by Dustin Thau. I've had this book literally forever. I've been avoiding it because of the cover. It just looks so depressing, and I think it's about a girl that, I could be so wrong about this and I probably am wrong, but I think it's about a girl who, like, her boyfriend died or something and she calls him and then he picks up, but he's not alive anymore. I cannot wait to get into this book. Actually, maybe I can wait a little bit because it is a little intimidating. It is a young adult romance, which I find really interesting because I haven't read a young adult romance in a very long time. Also, underneath the dust jacket, it is so cute. The paperback actually just came out and it has pink sprayed edges. So I'm praying that this is a 5-star so I can have an excuse to get that when my book buying ban is done. Text is like actually humongous, so I think that I will be able to probably knock this out in like a day or two. I do have the audiobook from Libby. I decided to borrow that from my library, and I also have the physical copy, so it's gonna be a good time. I cannot wait for all these other books. Honestly, I don't know if I'm going to be reading all of them in this video. I might do 2 parts, just like my OG book talk book videos. Yeah, I'm so excited to get these books read and take you guys on my little reading journey. I cannot wait for this book. I'm gonna start it today. I do think this might be too much of a glare, so we'll just take this off. If you guys have any tips to not have your makeup come off or your glasses sit, please let me know, because that literally happens to me all the time, but I'm sure it just is what it is. I am back home from work and I did finish this book today. I read it throughout yesterday and today. So yesterday was the 31st of July and today is August 1st. You've Reached Sam by Dustin Thau. I did end up giving this a 2.5 just because I found it to be super repetitive and I wanted to update this vlog many times, but I realized that I just didn't have any new opinions or thoughts on it. This is about our main character. Her name is Julie, and she loses the love of her life / her high school boyfriend Sam, and it's about her grief and dealing with it, as well as the people around her dealing with it, like her friends and his family. She decides to call him, and then one day he picks up and they pretty much just talk multiple times. Like, she calls him. Not much really happened. This is more of a like coming of age story about a girl who just is dealing with grief, and at the beginning I feel like I was giving her a lot of leeway, I guess, for lack of a better term. Like, I was giving her the benefit of the doubt just because, you know, she is so young and she's going through something that's like no young person should be going through whatsoever. But I did find that some of her actions were very questionable and not okay, even for a child. She's dealing with a lot, so it's really hard to really judge a character based on their actions when they're dealing with something so hard, especially at such a pivotal moment of your life. It's their senior year, so they're dealing with like college admissions and all this stuff. The writing was fine, like there wasn't really anything wrong with it. It was just kind of like a normal book. I would recommend this if you want a more coming of age story about a girl dealing with some really hard life issues. However, I wouldn't really recommend it for anything other than that. As a romance, I wouldn't really recommend it. That's why I settled on my reading. I love the Asian representation in this book. I love that they have, what do they call it? Asian Community Club. Oh my gosh, I wish I had that at my high school personally. Pretty much all the characters are Asian, so I really enjoyed that about this book. But yeah. And the next book that we're starting for this video, I am also buddy reading with my cousin. We do buddy read because we are the only people that we both know that read books. Like, we read kind of the same books. She is a thriller girly through and through. She showed me that she has this book, and I have it too. This book I also have been avoiding because anything about this author, I don't know why. I tried to read another book by her, but I just couldn't get into it, and I think it's because of the hype. It is The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. I do have Better Than the Movies, and I did want to read that before this one. However, I'm just gonna do this one and just get into it. I feel like I just need to leap into one of her books and not really think about the hype too much. The edges are sprayed and they are so beautiful. I believe this is kind of a Groundhog Day situation where maybe the girl, or I'm not sure if it's the couple, I think it's just the girl, but she relives the same day over and over and over again. I think it's when her boyfriend breaks up with her. Like a Valentine's Day kind of book, which I think is so cute. I am a little nervous to be going into another young adult romance, but I've heard so many good things about Lynn Painter and her books, so nonetheless, I'm very excited for this one, and yeah, let's get it started. I have a huge thing of laundry to do, so we're gonna do laundry and listen to the audiobook for The Do-Over. I did just take the doggies out on a walk and they had a great time. Can I just say, the song Agora Hills by Doja Cat just reminds me of the fall, and I cannot wait for the fall again.
Prologue. Valentine's Day Eve.
So I am back from work. It has been a very long day. I did read a little bit more of The Do-Over. I listened to the audiobook as well, and I got to page 69. I'm in the middle of a chapter right now, which it is what it is. This is a really long chapter though, but honestly, I already like this book so much more than You've Reached Sam. And I know they're not the same kind of book, you know, but I feel like this one is a little bit more mature, and I feel like the characters act their age. Like, not that I, you know, think that younger adults like are more immature, but these ones feel a little bit more mature and do feel like high schoolers. And that's all I really have to say. I also like our main character and her inner monologue. I just think she's so funny and interesting. So yeah, overall I really like this book so far, and I can't wait to see where it goes. I have a good amount left. So how much we got done? We got a long way to go. So yeah. I have tried to film this clip 3 times now. The first 2 were both in slow-mo, and the last one that I just did right now was not in focus. So it's been a very long day for me, but I still want to update you guys on this vlog. I did end up finishing The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. I ended up giving this book a 3.5 star. I rated it this because I feel like at times I did get a little bored, but mostly I didn't really feel connected to the characters, especially the side characters. I feel like they weren't fully developed. I will say that the characters did feel their age. I feel like overall this book was very realistic, even though there was that magical realism aspect to it. This one I was avoiding because Lynn Painter is literally notorious for her books. People love her romances, especially Better Than the Movies. I have a fear of being a hater, overhyping things up too much in my head, and that's 100% my fault, but I was avoiding this book like the plague, and I'm really happy that I read it. I really enjoyed it, and I'm really happy that I have my cousin to join me on the journey of reading this book, because honestly, if it wasn't for her, then I probably wouldn't have picked it up so soon. So I do wish I read this around Valentine's Day, because it is literally so perfect for that time of year, but it didn't happen, but honestly it was just such a cute romance and I would definitely recommend it. So yeah, overall 3.5 for this one. So while I did finish that book today, I did pick up another book for this video, and it is Hook, Line, and Sinker by Tessa Bailey. Now, I have been avoiding this book since it came out. Honestly, forever, it feels like. I have DNF'd this book, or soft DNF'd it, I guess, like probably 6 or 7 times. Even when I'm making this video. I can't even lie. I tried starting this for this video like 2 or 3 times and I just could not get into it because this book does not have as many lovers out there for it compared to It Happened One Summer. It Happened One Summer, which is the first book in this duology, has so much love, so much praise, but people feel like this book fell off, and that does make me very nervous. It's also a friends to lovers arc, so we follow the woman in the first book, her sister, Hannah, and then the guy in the first book, his right-hand man slash like best friend. I will say I love being back in this town, in the fishing village. Oh my god, it is such like a comfy, cozy read. I don't know why it gives me fall and winter vibes, and I want it to be fall and winter so bad. I already busted out the fall candle. Okay, I did because I love fall and I am yearning for that season. So maybe in my head I'm subconsciously thinking that it's fall in this book, but it's because they describe it as like a very like cozy town and it's like raining. I mean, come on, like, oh, it's just so perfect. I did get to chapter 10. I'm about 33% of the way through, like a third of the way through. I got to page 136. I'm really liking it right now. I'm not gonna lie, I love being back here. I love seeing the characters again. I will say that friends to lovers arcs do make me very nervous because we normally get a friends with benefits situation going on in them, and I feel like it's really hard for me to see the emotional connection when we have that physical connection brewing up and we're focusing on that. This happened in Red, White, and Royal Blue. I did enjoy that book. It did have the same thing, and I kind of had the same issue where it's a lot more physical than emotional, at least in the beginning, but we get the emotional stuff, at least for me personally. I really felt it at the end of that book, so I hope it's not the same with this one. There's a lot of lust in Tessa Bailey books, I will say, so that aspect I'm not, you know, I'm expecting it. I know it's gonna happen. Her books are very, very spicy, which I don't hate spicy books whatsoever. Sometimes I skip the spice if I just like don't really care for it, but I'm just really hoping that the emotional connection is gonna be there for this book, and that's all I have to say so far. So that is my update for the vlog so far. I think I'm gonna end on Hook, Line, and Sinker, to be honest, and we might do a part 2 to this series like we did with my OG Book Talk books video. And then lastly, I went to a signing today and I just wanted to share my experience with you guys. I know this isn't a regular vlog or anything, but I met 4 amazing authors and I am gushing. I am still speechless, in awe, in shock. Honestly, as I was walking away, my feet were numb and I was literally shaking because I was stunned speechless. I literally still can't talk. All of my books are in here and it says, "Books inside, please be gentle," which honestly is so fitting because these mean the world to me, so I just really wanted to show them. I hope that's okay. So the first person I met, I did not expect to see them there. I didn't know that they were gonna be there, and I have listened to this person speak for hours on hours on hours on hours. I'm not even kidding. So I did meet Julia Whalen and she did write, "Thank you for listening. I have not read this book. I did break my book buying ban again." For her though, only for her, because wow, I have listened to this woman speak for, like I said, hours upon hours, and she personalized it for me. I know that this book is about an audiobook narrator, and it's just so meta because she's an audiobook narrator. If you've listened to any Emily Henry books and you have heard this woman's voice, I was so excited to meet her and let her know that, because we all know that I am an audiobook person through and through and through. This is my nighttime routine. Every single night I make sleepy time or chamomile tea, because any ounce of caffeine, I will psych myself into thinking I'm gonna have a full-blown heart attack and my heart will explode. So I avoid caffeine at all costs, obviously also because I want to sleep. But then I pop in my headphones, I play an audiobook, and then I play bingo for hours, and that is how I fall asleep every night. I've been doing it for a while now. Honestly, it is my favorite part of my day. I listen to a lot of Julia Whalen's books that she has narrated, and I cannot wait to get into this one specifically. She is so sweet, and after meeting her, I was just so excited to get into her book. And like I said, I did break my bookbind ban for her, so yeah. Next, I met the queen herself. Oh my goodness. I still don't know what I said to her. I was literally just shaking. I'm sure word vomit came out. I'm the type of person that when I get nervous, either I talk way too much or I don't speak at all, and I'm just literally silent. Like nothing's coming out of my mouth. So I don't know. I'll have to watch back the video of me meeting her, but honestly, I really hope I didn't make a fool of myself. I feel like I did though, and it is no other than Abby Jimenez. Abby Jimenez is one of my favorite authors of all time. Yours truly. This book, it means everything to me. She did personalize this one for me. And I did find out when I got there that I could have gotten 3 of her books signed, but I thought that we can only bring 3 total. So Abby Jimenez is honestly such a powerhouse. All of them are. They are so amazing. All of these women that I got to meet. Here's the other one. I was literally so enthralled to meet one of my favorite authors of all time. I literally blacked out the entire experience. I don't remember what happened because I was not ready to meet her. Honestly, I was so nervous. And this next author, I have 2 books by her, and she is a new favorite of mine, Julie Soto. We know how I feel about this book. If you watch my wrap up, then you know that I absolutely loved this book. Julie Soto is so sweet, first and foremost, and her books are so good. So I got Forget Me Not signed. Of course, I really like this one. This is turning into a review video real quick, but she personalized this one for me, which is absolutely insane. I loved this book so much. I did tell her that after reading this book, my dad got me a piano because he taught me piano growing up, and I don't have one, and this inspired me to pick up music again because I feel like music is so powerful. And I used to play instruments all the time. Not well, did not play them well at all. Literally, I'm so horrible at them. After reading this book and watching videos about violinists and cellists and like orchestras, I just fell back in love with playing music. So I told her that, and she had the exact same experience. So I am so happy that I got to meet her and finally read her books and tell her how much I love them. So yeah. And then the last person that I got to meet today was no other than Kennedy Ryan. Oh my goodness, Kennedy Ryan, the woman that you are. I am so sorry that I was so embarrassing. She is just so endearing. Like, she is just such an amazing woman, and she's very powerful. So I was really excited to meet her. I did get both of these personalized. I don't know how. I was so ecstatic. So this is Before I Let Go. I wish I knew that I could have brought 3 because I would have brought my copy of Longshot. And then she also signed This Could Be Us. And I absolutely loved this book. I ate it up. I told her that I love Soledad's story, and I was just so happy and grateful for the opportunity to meet all those amazing women that I look up to. And the way that they write makes me feel things that honestly I'm just so grateful for. Like, I am really grateful that I got to meet them. I'm slowly going crazy because I filmed this so many times, and it is getting close to my tea and bingo time, so I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna listen to more of Hook, Line, and Sinker. Of course, I will update you guys once I finish the book, or if I have any other thoughts other than what's going on right now. Other than that, I will see you in the next clip. Hi everyone, we are here for the last update for this video. 2 disclaimers. The first one is I'm oiling my hair, so that's why it's in a headband and I look very greasy. I oil my hair once a week, so that's why it's hair oiling day. And also, if you hear very heavy breathing, it's because I just took the dogs out on a walk and they just breathe really loudly. They're Frenchies, so yeah. But anyway, I did end up finishing Hook, Line, and Sinker by Tessa Bailey. I ended up giving this book a 3.5 because there were a lot of things that I really did like and a lot of things that I didn't like. I did expect to not like this book as much as It Happened One Summer and to not really connect to it, just because a lot of people that I watch have the same opinion and about a lot of things, about various books, and I did want to formulate my own opinion on this book. And it's not that it was bad. Like, we heard a lot of telling and not exactly showing and I feel like that's why my rating definitely got bumped down a lot. I will say that Tessa Bailey writes really spicy books, and they're kind of just like no-brainer type of books where you just go in and just have a good time. So I did really enjoy that aspect of it. I love seeing Piper and Brendan in this book as well. So overall, it was a good book. Like, it was really entertaining, and I wouldn't not recommend it to somebody. I'd probably recommend it if you do really like It Happened One Summer. I would say give this one a try, because you never know, it could probably stick and you could probably really like it. But it just wasn't 100% my cup of tea, and that's totally okay. I had been avoiding it because of the things that I've heard about it, but I would say that I probably shouldn't have been avoiding it. Like, it really wasn't that bad. So that's definitely 100% on me. That's the video, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you understand why I was avoiding those books, and there are so many other books that I still am avoiding, I'm not gonna lie. Either they intimidate me, or I haven't heard good things about them, etc. So I'll probably make another one of these videos just to push myself to read books that I'm not 100% trying to get to. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys in my next video very soon, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!